Hi everybody, Casey Zander here, and in today's video, if you saw the title, this might be a bit triggering for some of you. And I did that on purpose because whenever anybody would say something like, you are a object of your own success, or you are a success object, that might seem triggering. But you have to stay with me until the end of this video, because the topics and the lessons that I'm going to be describing within this video today is going to be some of the most influential material that I have not shared with anybody. This is also going to be some of the most influential material that has aided me within my business success, crafting a multi-million-dollar business, leveling up and having options in life, and ultimately staying on a journey for the past 8 to 10 years that has crafted me into the man as to who I wish I was and practically became today. So without further ado, let's dive in. The overarching topic for today is you are a success object, and I'm going to show you why this is so attractive to the women you may be dating. And I'm also going to show you why this will help you command the respect from the type of people you want to be respected by. First and foremost, I fundamentally believe that all men need to have business at the forefront of how they think and how they look at things and how they operate the world. If you have a business mind at the forefront, I'm going to show you what this will do to your mentality. Okay, if you believe that you have something to offer in the marketplace and you can actually add value, there's 3 to 4 things that's going to happen. Number 1, you have to learn how to generate demand. Okay. Number 2, you learn how to generate leads. Number 3, you learn how to add value. And then last but not least, as you transact money, you are not in scarcity. Now, if you look in the retrospect of this in reverse, how does this apply to your dating life? How does this apply to actually having options? Well, it's very similar, and I've applied my exact same business mindset to all areas in dating and to all areas in just leveling up and pushing myself to the next level. So I will give you an example. If you flip this and you look at a guy's dating life, okay, you have to do the same thing. You have to make yourself a man of value. Then in the dating marketplace, you have to add value. Okay, I'm reading these one by one, just like in business. Then number 2, you have to generate leads. Okay, then you have to generate demand. Okay, then and only then when you have demand and you have prospects in your pipeline, just like a working business, can you not be in scarcity. See, what this really boils down to in life, whether you are operating a business, whether you're trying to improve your dating life, whether you're trying to improve your social skills, I don't care what it is, you are learning how to be at the cause of your own life and not at the effect. And I'm going to give you multiple different opportunities throughout this entire video so you can see how this actually happens and how this works in the real world. A quick plug, this is why I advise all of you to go and subscribe to my new Zander Consulting business channel. This business channel I post on every single day. Like, I literally pull back the framework to how I built my entire company. I recommend doing it. But let's look at a few of these in real life. Being at the cause and not being at the effect. Most people are at their effect. They are at the effect of everybody else and everybody else's opinion and the world around them. They are not at the cause. They are not a moving lever. Okay, they don't have leverage of their own life. Their boss is in control of their income, therefore they live in scarcity. If they happen to just get drunk enough at a bar and they happen to go home with somebody, they got lucky. Notice, at the effect of their boss, okay, at the effect of that company, at the effect of that random incident to hopefully pull the companion that they wanted, right? To hopefully randomly have intimacy in their life. Everything is at the effect. People today literally don't know how to be the cause of their own life. They don't know how to be a moving factor, a moving driving force in the world. And if you can be a moving driving force in the world, the really scary thing is you start to realize just how easy and just how fast you can actually gain power over your own life. And I can't stress just how much this is needed. There's so many people out there, they want to be a millionaire, but they refuse to put the work in to gain that power to do so, or to gain the competency and the smarts to do so. There's so many people out there, they want to improve their dating life, but a year goes by, 2 years go by, they still never do their first approach. They never actually just say hi to anybody. Like, they're so stuck in this operational drag. They're so stuck in this operational complexity, they just can't get out. When you level up your success, okay, the biggest reason why you or an object of your own success, and as a man, you need to put business and your success at the forefront, is because this commands respect. But not only that, this proves one thing, and one thing specifically. It proves a word that I like to call masculine competence. Okay? If you show in the world that you are successful and you have a proven track record that shows you're successful, the men around you genuinely want to be by you, to learn from you. You have a useful skill set that they see in this world. You have a unique skill set that most people don't have, okay? But genuinely, the companions you want to date want to be with you. That competency is a good bet for survival. If you look at this across a span of 500 to 1,000 years, if it was 1,000 years ago, a man with high levels of skill set, okay, that would be a good bet for survival, good bets for good future offspring, good reproduction. Like, this is why I stress this so heavily on this channel. Like, you have to genuinely craft yourself into the type of guy that you want to be. And it is not until you actually put that weight on your shoulders and accept it that you can finally break free of the complexities of being at the effect of everybody else's emotions and everybody else's actions that mold you into who you never wanted to be in the first place. When you have masculine competence, you are now proof of concept. Okay? Now, to break this down, I want to give you 3 very specific examples of how to be at the cause in your own life and not at the effect. Let's take a very preliminary example, like in business. Let's say you build a product and you make your very first sale, or you acquire your very first client. And let's say the amount of money you would make at your 9-to-5 job you just made in one day. Okay? That is being at the cause of your own income, not at the effect. And from a person such as myself who've applied these same frameworks and principles into every area in my own life, I understand the power in that. Okay? A second example I'm going to give you is a dating example. Okay? The biggest issue I see oftentimes is guys who have made themselves valuable, but they refuse to acquire the social skills needed to actually show that on an actual social interaction. So you can choose to essentially not talk to anybody. You can choose to be quiet and hope somebody talks to you. You can choose to be quiet and hope somebody bumbles into you and says something, or you could go and shake somebody's hand and meet somebody new. You can actually go say hello. You can show interest in somebody else. You can add value to their life. You can do that, but 9 times out of 10 people don't. See, this is the difference. You are now at the cause of that interaction, not at the effect, just waiting for it to happen to you. And last but not least would be getting your health or getting your fitness under control. When you're at the cause of that, okay, here's what it looks like. You diligently go to the gym every day and track your exercises. You diligently track your macronutrients and your calories. You know how much you're consuming. You diligently stay on point with your regimen. You diligently stay on point with your sleep. Compared to most people where they don't track anything, if they happen to lose 3 to 5 pounds by accident, they go, oh, I must have been doing something right. They're at the effect of life instead of being at the cause of their own life. And genuinely, this is why when you do put success at the forefront of who you are, you craft yourself into something so good, you simply can't be outdone. And when you are dating, when you are interacting with the companions that you want, they now see proof of concept. Like, hey, this guy has good social skills. This guy is on point with how he moves and how he operates. This guy clearly has some sort of resources he's acquired, whether that be through business or being an entrepreneur. And this guy's on his way to being extremely successful. And there's nothing more attractive in the long term than that. I hope that you definitely do understand that. A few things I want to run by you below. We have tons of links. Okay, the very first thing I want to recommend to you is going to be MBT, the Masculinity Blueprint Accelerator. When this hits 2,000 people for Q2, we're closing this down. Okay, that means I highly recommend opting into that webinar. I highly recommend checking out the quick bootcamp page that I made for you guys. That's first. Number 2, any one-to-one coaching. There's a few different programs we have where I work closely one-to-one with some students. My brother Cole, he does enrollment calls for that. I highly recommend going down below this video. You can click one of those enrollment calls. You can schedule an interview, and if it looks like you're a good fit, he's going to extend the invitation for you to work one-to-one with me. Last but not least, we just made a brand new Patreon, which is where I pull back the curtain to exclusive content to show you how to craft your own personality similar to the way that I did. And there's tons of moving components within this business right now, and I look forward to sharing all of it with you. Hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Now real quick, before we wrap up the video, one thing I want to show you guys too is on July 1st, I'm doing my first ever merchandise drop. And I'm really excited for this because I've never done one before in like the entire history of this channel. So the first thing I want to show you is on July 1st, we are releasing the dad hat, and this is with the back kind of like buckle right here. It's adjustable. This is really good for going to the gym or just lounging around on a Saturday or a Sunday. What I'm also releasing is going to be the snapback trucker hats. Now this is the one that I wear in almost every video lately. It has the snaps, as you can see, super breathable from the back and good for summer, and it's good because it's just adjustable. And then the last thing that we're doing is I came up with a really good clean logo. Okay, so these shirts, I didn't want them to say anything cheesy. Okay, I'm not putting 1%er on it or anything like that where it looks like you'd get it at Walmart, Hobby Lobby, or Target. Like it's going to be a good, clean, branded tee. Okay, so here's what it looks like. I'll show you what one of the shirts is. So it's just going to be a very clean logo design, and I think this is great because we have limited stock, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be just releasing these, and this is going to be the only time I ever have these 3 designs. So if I ever do merchandise drops again, this exact model, okay, with the exact logo right here and those 2 hats, they're never going to be for sale again after that. And I'm expecting these to sell out relatively quickly on July 1st. So mark your calendar, right? You can get the first ever official drop, and you can save this and put it in your closet forever. So we'll see you later, guys.